All right. So I'm trying it again. Wonder if I can be heard. Maybe I can be heard. I see something print here. I see green lights down by the microphone at the bottom of the stream. So hopefully the audio is coming through. I apologize to anybody who waited 9 minutes in that silence of me just like staring at the screen and being all like. So I think this works. I hope this works. Let me know if this works because it's gonna take me a hot second to get my backup going and double check my backup. Ah, I got sound. I got sound. Yeah. All right, there we go. So I'm back. Officially, I'm back. And thank you, Matthew, for bearing with me, and the other folks who might have been there. I appreciate you sticking by. Yes, audio issues resolved. Apparently, allegedly, supposedly. Well, at least according to my PS4. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know how I sound. Like, I mean, I can't really do much to improve it, but like, I don't know. I need to get into the 21st century here with streaming and stuff because I'm not a streamer. I stream, but I'm not good at it. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right. I'm back. We're back. I got sound. And I want to start today by giving a shout out to minifigs.me. And they hooked a brother up, right? Because I put in an order for 3 figures plus a special printed tile, and the tile and 2 of the figures came, but the envelope got mutilated by the Postal Service, the U.S. Postal Service, on its way to me. They sent it in an apology bag, but it was missing one of the figures. So I have I've got 2 of the doctors here. I got 6 and 13, and 10 was supposed to be in there when it shipped, and then 10 got lost inside the postal system somewhere, some in the mechanics of some sorting machine or something along those lines. But now today, sent straight from the UK, it's your boy David Tennant in the house with those awesome printed trainers there, and the print on that all the way around to the back, printing on the arms there. Now these minifigs.me, they print on official Lego bits, so it's still legal. It's still, like, if you want to be a purist, but they're, blank bits they do their own printing on, and the print is a little bit raised. The way it is, you can kind of see it pick up there a little bit in the light. So it's got a little bit of a texture to it, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I love it. And thank you, minifigs.me, for getting this out to me so quick. He's so awesome. He's gonna be up to shenanigans tonight. And they come in this nice little matchbox, and this one arrived in pristine condition compared to the other ones. Brickanista, hello. I will debate who is the best doctor, but for me, I'm like at the point in doctors where the doctor is the doctor, and it was just like a different point in the doctor's life. So it's all I'm able to accept it as a continuum of doctor. So like, it's all the same doctor. But yeah, David Tennant is awesome. David Tennant is actually the only one I have like a box set of the Blu-rays to watch. Well, I bought that one because I've already got Matt Smith, of course, and number 12 over there. They're somewhere back there. But now I have David Tennant, so I can take 12 and I can like take him back to Pompeii where they first met, like if I wanted to, like if I was that far into it. But Dr. Sick, yes, and he has a black cat on his lapel, as well as question marks on the collar there, which is a theme. It's a thing. But yeah, Zach Martinez, hey, what's going on, yo? Thanks for making it, man. Like, today is kind of a weird day. We started off with audio issues, and thank you to Matthew for pointing that out so I could restart the thing and get it going right. Because for some reason, like, my microphone wasn't working. And I don't know ASL. I've worked with quite a few people who taught me some things in ASL, but none of them are appropriate for a live stream. Yeah, I do actually have the doctors hanging out with Doctor Strange, Capaldi and Matt Smith. No, actually, it was Capaldi and Doctor Three. Uh, they were sitting in Doctor Strange's like main living room area, and they're sitting on a couch having a little powwow. Just because that's how we roll here. Like there is no single genre that is separated from like the others. Like it's a total mishmash. I got people hanging out with everybody. Uh, Tom Baker, I don't have Tom Baker. Tom Baker number 4. Because I want to make my own Tom Baker, and I'm to do a good Tom Baker. Of course, you're gonna have to have like the hat and then like little curls coming out underneath the hat. But the big thing with Tom Baker is you need a scarf, and I've been getting surplus scarves to try and make his multicolored scarf. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail at least once or twice. So I've got some spares. A funny shirt, thanks. Yeah, hey brother from another brick, BFAB in the house. Yeah, this is in honor of my cat Checkers, because she's printed up like that. But I got the Imperial Cat going on. It's one of my favorite shirts. Sorry. All right, so yeah, one of the first things I want to talk about, I got this week for the May the 4th, and I put it together almost immediately because it's so freaking cool. And that is the Resistance Transport. And like this thing is awesome, right? I mean, whether you're a Star Wars fan or whoever, because this is classic space colors. He uses the light blue and gray, or in light blue, and it's blue and light gray. I need caffeine, but I'm gonna hold on for another 10 minutes. Yeah, so it's got these shooters at the side. It's got kind of a hammerhead design here at the front. Looking here at the back, there you got a whole lot of thrust going on. Putting those putting those engines together was it wasn't tricky, but like you kind of have to hold one piece in place while you get another one on there, kind of a thing. And you go, it is a very fun build. It is a very fun build. I would love to actually have a fleet of these, but I have no way to store or actually have anything more in here. Practically, I'm like at Lego limit almost. But I mean, I have space for a daily bugle should one come into existence sometime somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, this thing is great. So it comes with a couple figures, a couple droids. Of course, the design of the ship looks definitely Mon Calamari, if you know Star Wars ships. So it comes with Mon Calamari officer here. He probably has a specific name, but I couldn't. Oh, it's swooshable. It's swooshable. This is a solid build, and it's amazingly light because it's a whole lot of Technic plates mounted on it. But they are mounted quite well. And this guy can actually sit regular, but he has like a one of those Friends foot stopper thingies. You know how they sit in the vehicle. So it's kind of the same setup in the cockpit, but it's got it's got a sticker in there for instrumentation. It's really cozy. There's probably a way to redesign it to give him more room in there, but who knows? All right, so now we're gonna go look at the sides and the back, and we have here on both sides actually little side entrance. You see the figures here, and again, sorry, I'm not familiar enough with the names of the characters, but that hairpiece was 90% of my decision to get this set. The other 10% was just how absolutely sweet it is. But yeah, like that's a great upper torso. That's a great headpiece. She is awesome. I don't know who she is, but she's cool. But yeah, so you have the side entrance on both sides to get in there, but you also can go in through the top because this panel lifts off. And inside there, we got a Gonk droid. We have an astromech in black. Look at that cat. That's just awesome. And then the astromech, if I can get his feet to cooperate here, because I kind of got him. Yeah. And the Gonk droid is in sand green. So how cool is that, right? And yeah, so I really like this thing. It's like $100 is their MSRP on it. It was a Target exclusive, so you can get it at Target. You can get it at Lego.com. But just get it because, like, it's even if you don't do like the Star Wars thing, this fits in any space scene really, without being too like on the nose for any specific genre, which is what's great about this. Like, it's an ambiguous transport ship that looks great anywhere. I mean, it really does. It really does. It's super swooshable. Looks great from the tube side too. I mean, not great, but I mean, it's acceptable. Plus, I mean, you got a lower angle of view there before you get to too much tube side action happening there. I'm selling you on the set. Well, like I was sold on this thing like from the moment I saw it, really. Because I mean, at first I didn't think it was a Star Wars set because you know he's got the classic space action going on there for a hot second. I thought it was somebody's mock. I really did. Um, but yeah, and then I just saw this on the Target shelves, like prominently displayed all the time, and it just kept taunting me. It's like, dude, and I was like, no, because I messed myself up over on last year's May the 4th because I'm not even going to go into it. I ended up getting everything I needed, but let's just say I went too far. But this year I was like, all right, just hold out. You know, you're going to do the May the 4th thing again. You're going to get the set then, and you're going to get another little extra thingy because the $100 price on this is going to be over the whatever the gift with purchase, you know, set price is. And it was. And actually, I'll show you that right now because I mean, I'm probably not going to put it together just because I've seen how the all right, see see you later, BFAB. Hit that tanning bed, yo. Because I want you to see what it's like. I have and I made another ATSD for it because that little design is so cool. But this was from, oh, what was it? Not May the 4th, but I was like some kind of October thing that they were doing. But yeah, the 20th anniversary indoor set, which is, I mean, it's an indoor set for indoors. You gotta love it. But there's that, and then I put that one together, and then like I noticed later that the prices like shot right up, so I just like I'm gonna stop putting them together. I'm just gonna wait because I don't really have a good place to display them. That being said, this is the gift we purchased from this time around. This is what I was seriously like been waiting for a Tatooine one to pop up. But you have the Lars family homestead, right? With Jawa Sandcrawler, which is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars vehicles. I love the Jawas. I don't know why. They gotta be dirty and smelly as all get out, which is very much not my thing. Like I'd have to be showering daily. But on Tatooine, like they have moisture farms, so you can't really get water. You have to have like a sonic shower or something like that. But yeah, that is so sweet. That is just like the awesomeness. Yeah, Jawas are awesome. Like I tell you back in my earlier toy collecting days when I was all about the power of the force and like getting just like action figures. Like I had like 16 Jawas and 2 Rontos, and like they were just like in control of everything. So but I never had a Sandcrawler. I have still never had a Sandcrawler, and I had a Galoob's Micro Machine Sandcrawler, which was great, and it was like $10, and it was affordable. But like a big size Sandcrawler, like I've always wanted one since I was a kid. They've got radio controlled ones that Kenner had back in the day. The UCS Sandcrawler is nice. The last one that came out was pretty good, but like it doesn't have a lot of interior play space, so I kind of waited. I've learned with Lego if they don't like the set that they're putting out, wait a couple of years. They're going to put it out again. Somebody else is going to design it, and it's probably going to look a lot better and have more play function. So patience is a virtue, and it's also a curse. So that being said, I'm going to go on to talking about this little guy. So I've gotten all my pieces to make the prints. I've sent another print off to a certain individual who will be receiving it before too long. Probably nobody that's in the stream, unfortunately, but we should all see when that person gets it. A little care package, because I never sent anything to, let's say, Tricky Bricks. I've never sent anything to Tricky Bricks, so now I've sent something to Richard, Logan, and Flynn. So they're gonna get a little care package from the Debo Bricks. Well, from Debo, because Debo Bricks. I think the bricks is more of a verb, if I'm being honest. It's like not so much of a last name thing. It's just like an action that the Debo undertakes. I'm talking about myself in the third person. All right, I'm just gonna stop. But I tried to, I tried to make studio instructions for this guy, and I can't figure it out, yo. I can't figure it out. Like I'm having the worst worst time trying to do it. So I mean, and it's a small enough model. Like it's under 100 pieces. So it's a good small one for me to try and learn how to do it. So I'm gonna keep working at it until I get it and figure it out, because I guess instructions are a thing that people like. So I mean, like when I don't try and get instructions. So if like I see somebody small build, I'm intrigued by it, and I try and recreate it from what I can do by sight. That's always been fun for me. Debo the brick, like Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, for sure. You can talk Huttese up in here if you want. All you have to really do is like it's almost like pig Latin, but you got to put like an A at the end of everything. R2 de Toa, something like that. R2D Boa. So I would be Deboa Bricas and Huttese. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, if you see this and you want it and it appeals to you, you're not going to be disappointed. Not at all. Not at all. All right, so there's that one. I've gotten a couple Bricklink orders in this week because I'm working on a big project. And I'm still working on it. I might show it off a little bit here. I don't want to reveal too much because it's going to be a Lego Ideas thing. It's a license that they're going to take, thankfully, finally, right? But it's kind of big. It's kind of involved. It's inspired by a build that I did before. But because of that, I've been placing a lot of Bricklink orders lately, and I came across this little set from 2014 that I never got, but I saw it when it was on the shelves, and I thought it was awesome. It's a little Octane racer, right? That's another $10 set you'll get. But the colors on there are great, and the form is awesome. Like this is minimal pieces, right? This is not very much at all. This is under 100 for certain. But just the styling on this is great, and it evokes memories of Wheeljack if you're a Transformers fan, which you may or may not be. But yeah, I just love this. I mean, I've been getting like little racers like about this size. Just they've been stockpiling in here, so I want to get some kind of race circuit or something going. And we'll see what happens. But I can't remember if I have entered the Octane racer in the town register, so I can't put him back in the city proper yet. He's gonna have to show right back there. Well, right back here somewhere. Okay, so there's that. We talked about Large Family Homestead. We talked about minifigs.me. Yeah, they send you a little flyer in there when you get your minifigs telling you today is a good day. Well, of course it's a good day. They're sending you sweet little figs. Go check them out. They got a pretty big range. Like you'll be lost in there for an hour just checking out all the figures they got. And the shipping is like reasonable considering it's UK, which is all the way across the pond. But yeah, and then it lets you design your own figures too. So like you can design your own figures, you can design your own tiles. They'll custom print things for you. It's a good place to go. Plus the customer service is through the roof. Just like anything Lego does. Uncle Mike, hey, what's going on, yo? Coming from Walmart, finding a $20 Spider-Man monster truck set. Nice. That's good. That's a good one. The vehicles aren't registered in the database because they change over time, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, fortunately, they look a lot better than they have ones that I've rebuilt. But yeah, so yeah, welcome, Uncle Mike. And let's see what else do we have going on right now? Well, back behind these stacks here that you see, I've like you may or may not have seen the video that I did for the Lego storage thing. It's like a little storage shelf that's stackable with each other. Well, I got more because my space area was in such disarray that it needed serious organization. I had little mechs all over the place. I had small fighters and things and speeders and whatnot, just strewn all about in there. So there's a total redesign going on of the space area right now, and it's underneath here. It's in the back corner, so you don't really get to see it too much. And why is space underneath the city? I don't know. Do you keep and put inventory put in inventory your boxes as well. No, like most the only thing I keep a database on are the figures who are out as citizens in the city, which is pretty much everybody who comes through. I do get some like extra minifig or mini doll parts that don't make it into the city. So I have little minifigure bins and mini doll. I have a minifigure and a mini doll bin over there that I keep spare parts in that I can work up like a custom figure when I need to. Yes, you can hang those. Actually, they do have two screw or nail holes in the back of them. So yeah, you can hang them. That's how they're advertised. They're advertised as shelves. But yeah, so let's go to the underspace. The underspace, I like that. Which is going to disturb. It's not going to disturb Nora. She's out. All right. I just don't want to have it crash here. All right, and I'm going to have to lift the thing. What's going on, Joe? All right. So yeah, you can see kind of what I'm working on here. And you can see Nora's ear right there next door. Yeah, so it's just like A-Wings and Snowspeeder, random UFO stuff, Milano, the Benatar, X-Wing. Over here, I got, let's see, we got the Millennium, we've got Empire Dragon, we've got the Green Dragon mech from the Lego movie, which is the greatest dragon ever. We got Major Von Reg's tie. We have Zane's. Yeah, I took the Overwatch tower that goes with this shuttle and I put it for Zane's Titan mech. We got the X-Men Blackbird down there. We have Diane Keaton's mech, Lottie Da, which I still haven't broken down yet. We got the Jakku Quad dealy do there. And then, of course, over here is where the underwater area is going to be. Once I get my stuff together with what I got going on now, it's going to be like 610 base plates and some action there. So what we're doing up here, because I've cleaned out most of this is like a total jumble right now. I've cleaned out all the small fighters and stuff that were in there, and it's going to be the new subway station. So we're gonna have a subway station. We're gonna have an underground area. There's gonna be a little recreation area back there. Yeah, it's an underspace hangar. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's working on down there. That's what's working on. My syntax is out of sorts, folks. I definitely need some caffeine. So yeah, that's like one of the things, like the main things I'm working on. And like my former, that used to be over here, my former underwater area was a big fail. Like, I mean, like if you stretch your imagination, it kind of worked. And when you had all the sea life and such down there, it kind of looked all right, but it was all a big jumble. I tried to use flame pieces, like the trans orange flame pieces, to represent seaweed and things like that. And like in one spot it worked okay, and then in another spot it just totally didn't. And I had so much of it, it needs a total ground up redesign, reimagining. Plus, I don't have to have that big rock formation in the center like I did over here because I'm not supporting a big pirate ship on top of it. Someday we're going to be taking a look at the pirate ship on here because like that's like ground zero really for this Lego habit that's exploded behind me. Mostly because it needs a redesign. Needs a redesign. It's time. Underspace. I don't know. Underspace kind of seems like it's Fruit of the Loom territory. So I don't know if I kind of want to own that, but maybe I should just own it, right? The underspace. Okay. The underspace. Space. So I'm gonna scoot this table over here in a hot second because we're gonna try and do some building today. But I'm working on a mock. It involves this guy. I need a lot more joints and a lot more things going on here. But we're just trying to get the idea started with it for a giant squid. And it's not the first time I've done a giant squid, but this is the first time I've done a giant squid with extremely articulated tentacles there. And I definitely need more. I need a lot more because it's going to be 8 tentacles. Was it 8 tentacles total, or is like I gotta double check my squid anatomy because like squid have two very specific tentacles that have the flat ends that are grabbers. So there's going to be two of those, and then is it 8 of the other tentacles, or is it 6 of the other tentacles? I'm going to have to find out because I'm building the thing. Fruit of the Loom still makes underwear. It's still around. Yes. Hanes is the choice of millions, but Fruit of the Loom is still laboring away at that old loom. Yeah. But yeah, so this needs a beak, of course. That's one of the big things that's going to have to happen there. But before I do too much work on it, I want to get the tentacles so I got a good sense of the space. So yeah, I'm ordering a lot of tentacles or mixel joints with the 2 joints actually on the single thing. I've got some more down there actually that I can use in crib. All right, gonna start scooting here because there's limited space in this studio. Studio A. All right, this thing looks like it has a purpose, right? Well, it kind of did. This was the stand for my Millennium Falcon when I had it going sideways. Because it was going above like a skate park and a basketball court. So now I have a lot of, because it's sitting flat, now I have a lot of technical lift arms that I can work with. So that's going to free up some stuff, and that's going to make things fun. Yeah, it's getting there. It's not even finished technically, but I mean it's going to need some light redesign, but I think it's going to look good. All right, now you get to see how busy my my activity table is. Let's call it the activity table because nothing says kindergarten like activity table, right? So yeah, we're going to the activity table today, kids. Make sure you bring out your colored pencils and whatnot. All right, so we've got some dark green bits here because I got a load of dark green in for Syphil. He still needs a lot of work. I need at least twice the pieces that I do right now. But yes, you can see there it is, the Nautilus. My try at the Nautilus for the yeah, all the pieces that still remain for the Captain America mech there that we're doing the rebrick this with Brickanista. Post them on Instagram, hashtag rebrick this. Let's see. And then this is my container of hidden side ghost heads and hair, because it's the same neon green that's going on here on the Nautilus, and I'm going to try a different way to get that going there. And of course my my camera stand, which sometimes is actually more trouble than it's worth. Here I've got extra pieces for the prints that I had set aside, because I had to make sure I had enough to send a second copy out to somebody who loves Katamari almost as much as I do. I got some random mixel bits here. And here I've got a lot of white tiles, 1x2s and 1x4s, just because they're hanging out. Squid. This is a great shuttle. Unfortunately, it is a squid. It is a squid, Aquamike. It's a squid needing more tentacles. It needs a beak. And you see I got two of the small rock pieces there actually for the body of it, which was kind of an improv thing. It makes it really, really light. So that might end up changing, but it serves its purpose. But this is the Overwatch Shuttle with the little bonus bit added on there because it does supposed to mount. Sorry, I'm going back to school, y'all. Because it is supposed to mount on the back of that. And if you're a G.I. Joe fan at all, this has a certain appeal to you, possibly, because it is reminiscent of the Defiant, which is the G.I. Joe set that they had that was a shuttle that launched. It came with a big launcher, and it was a shuttle, and the booster section, like, it didn't have any piece that went to waste on that thing. So this is just kind of a drone that attaches to the top. And each of these, because they were 2 different sets, they came with a Watch Point Gibraltar little yellow bit there. But this thing breaks off into multiple sections, right? So you got a little back fighter ship. You got the front ship. It's got a little thrust action there from the underside. Not too bad. But there's a lot of white and black wedge plates going on in there. And here's that little additional one. It's pretty sweet. And it's got storage area in there for, well, it's essentially Winston's place, and he's got some other stuff around there. And again, I will say again, I was never played Overwatch, and the sides kind of open up a little bit too. I never played Overwatch, but I did love this set. It came with some great figures, and there's a whole lot of part potential going on here as well. So I scooped it when it was on clearance, yo. And I don't look back. Well, keep your fingers crossed, Aquamike. Keep your fingers crossed. I am going to be working on this. This is like, sorry, I got droppy fingers today. This is going to be what I'm going to be working on for Lego Ideas. And unfortunately, it's taking a lot of my time from other things. So I wasn't really able to work on the Logan challenge. And then this is going to be back here. I wasn't able to work on the Logan challenge this last week, and I haven't done any brick habitats for brick family builds thing. I'm hoping I will be able to. I mean, I could just go ahead and throw something together for Captain Nemo right now, but unfortunately, I don't know. I got a lot of things tied up in a lot of other things. And like I got a lot of space right now tied up and working on this because it's long, right? This is long. This is over 2 base plates. And when this is set, what's going to happen here? And I got a lot of medium azure that I'm going to be using for the water because it goes really well against the brown. Like the colors right there, just they pop a whole lot. Now, something you'll notice here too on the Nautilus that I'm working on. These little hatches are in dark gray. Well, there were only 2 sets, I think, that had them in brown. So I'm going to, well, there's a handful of sets, but they're all retired. So I'm going to have to really search those down. Even worse than that, trying to get these little dials on top of the hatch. Speaking of Atlantean ships, Aquamike, you're definitely going to want to check out the new, well, I know you're excited for it, the new Ninjago, because that Hydro Destiny is the bomb. But you see that little black handle on top there? They do make them in brown. They made it for, I think, 1 set. And somebody overseas is selling it for a reasonable price. But anybody on this side of the Atlantic, generally it's starting at $5 per wheel. So if I want it to look great, if I want it to look right, I'm going to have to pay up a little bit. But I think this really kind of has a shot, you know, on Lego Ideas, because there have been a lot of Nautiluses. Not a lot of Nautilus have Nautiluses. Nautilus. What's the plural there? Wire to hang your ships, possibly. I like fishing line for hanging things. About a 30-pound test line. It'll hold anything. But yeah, so I got a lot of these octagons, and what's going to happen here is essentially this is going to be, yeah, I even got the little skiff on the back there. So essentially this is going to be in the water, right, somewhere like that. And the tail is going to be back here in the water. Nautili, yeah, Nautili works. Yeah, so I've got more medium azure coming in. I've got more of this lovely yet brittle and so fragile reddish brown. Yeah, I lost two round plates in the process of making this, getting it to this point. Now, when I take it apart and try and rebuild it again and put certain things in other places, I'm sure I'm going to have a couple more casualties because, you know, that's reddish brown. That's the way the world works. But yeah, I've got some other things coming in to work on this. I need to work with the cabin quite a bit. There's not going to be really any interior space with this. This is going to be a play set that you're going to be able to, you know, just reenact things on the surface of. So you'll have, not a lie, I ain't lying, it's a Nautilus. So you're going to be able to do the squid attack. You're going to be able to reenact Ned and Conseil going out in the little skiff to go get coconuts and stuff from the mainland where they had the run-in with the cannibals. But what I really want to do with this part, I need to bring the whole model up a plate or two so that this can slide back. So that's going to have to be something. That's going to have to slide back. And unfortunately, that hatch is right there. So that's going to make things difficult. And the hatches aren't going to be, they're just going to be ornamental, really. Because the idea is going to be with this, like, that you're not giving somebody an entire Nautilus. You're giving them the top half of the Nautilus, which is where a lot of the play action goes down. And if you want to get more sets, maybe you'd be able to build the entire thing, you know? So we'll see where that goes. But I also, another couple things I want to do here. You see these little fins that are on the back. I want to get those closer down to the surface so that possibly I'll have some mechanism I can run back and forth to make them pop up and lay flat. Because this is how I figured it out this last time I watched the film, that this is how the Nautilus breathes. This is how it replenishes its oxygen. So when the ship is surfaced, it opens up these panels on the back and freshens the oxygen supply within. So ideally, those will sit kind of flush, but maybe a little bit staggered. And then you're going to have the main hatch here going down into the map room and the other compartments and stuff. And so this is going to be something I want to have, like, with a little handle that you can pick up, and it's going to slide and it's going to recess. I've worked with that just a little bit, not too much. So yeah, this is going to be like kind of a teaser set. And I'm thinking, you know, this will probably be in like maybe the $100 range, somewhere along there. But yeah, so a lot of color replacement is coming in because I need some 2x4 slopes and I need some 2x3 slopes in the reddish brown. Yeah, so I'm working on that. Got some more of this water coming in too. So yeah, this is something I want to have going soon because this was inspired. Well, of course, it's inspired by the movie, one of my favorites of all time. But we did that Tricky Bricks float parade float mocks a while ago, and I did one of the Nautilus, you know, surfacing, just going along the water, and like people liked it. I mean, it unfortunately was delayed by a few weeks getting shown, but yeah, I mean it looked pretty good, and like it gave me an excuse to just keep going with it because I love this movie so dearly. I really do, because James Mason is awesome, and especially in this film. But for many years, I've always had like a Captain Nemo just kind of hanging out that I made, waiting for a ship, because this is one of the reasons why I say I didn't really go through a Lego Dark Age, because when I was a kid and then the pirate stuff came out, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, wouldn't it be cool to make a Lego Nautilus? So this is like something that I've been thinking about well over 30 years. Well over 30 years. How to hang your mocks now that you have headphones in? Yeah, sure. So we just have to angle up and we can talk about that. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get one of those hooks, or maybe a couple of those hooks that kind of screw into the ceiling or something like that. Give you about like that much of a screw on it, good inch or two. Because if you have a drywall ceiling, you're going to be going through that drywall, and you're going to need to find a stud. So you want to have like a stud finder or something when you're doing that, because you want to anchor it into the stud. If you don't anchor it into the stud, like I had this thing at my old apartment, the weight is going to be pulling on that drywall, turning it into powder before shoom, that, you know, it just falls and crashes, which was great because I kind of thought about this in my mind as like the plane from Lost. So when it crashed, I thought, oh my God, that's so great. Like destiny is fulfilled. But yeah, so you're going to want to find a stud. And then the way I have the fishing line on there, it's just one big circle and it's looped underneath the wings. And then, you know, you bring those two ends up like that and you just hook it on the hook. And then you can, as long as you have the weight centered, you can adjust the attitude of the plane. I did it. Let's see. Done it with another plane over here. That is that's a Cobra Night Raven from G.I. Joe toys from back in the day. And that one is probably similar in weight to the Lego set, but because it's based kind of on an SR-71, it doesn't have a good center with the wings to get the balance with the weight. So so it always looks like it's in a downward attack, and for that I had to make the fishing line a little bit shorter so that it actually would catch on the ceiling without pointing too far down. I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. But yeah, so so yeah, that's how you hang a Lego model. Yeah. Once you hang something, especially something with a huge wingspan like that, it frees up so much of your space. I wanted to hang the Milano and the Benatar from over here, but it's going to be mega complicated. Yeah, more caffeine. And yes, in honor of it apparently being spring, I'm wearing shorts today. Who knows if it's really spring or not? Especially here in Michigan, because like when I was on Nine Brick City, who was in Howell, Michigan, which is like 40 minutes away from me, she said like they had snow in the morning, right? I'm like, whoa. They had snow that day, then rain, and then sun, and it just like was crazy. So in a fit of optimism, I'm wearing shorts today. Tutorial video on hanging mocks? Yeah, I could. But logistically trying to film that and not looking like a total buffoon. I was going to say baboon. I already look like a baboon. Without totally looking like a buffoon, it's going to take some serious work, but I'll see what I can do. Will I add the bottom part of the Nautilus if I make a deep sea layout? That does sound awesome. I would love to. I would really love to. Like, ideally, in a perfect world, I'll lay it out here for you, Mike. Ideally, in a perfect world, this thing gets picked up by Lego Ideas, right? And they make the set. Now, if they make your set in Lego Ideas, I mean, not only are EA, you got your Lego set made. Not only do you do that, but you also get like 1% of the profits. I don't know if it's net or gross, but it's money. So you get money for it. Plus, you get 10 copies of the set once it's made. So if I get 10 copies of the set, you best believe I'm making an entire Nautilus. But red brown is not super expensive to get on Bricklink, depending on the pieces, but it's just above the mid-range price-wise for colors. Like, every color kind of has its own like price range, and some of the less popular, more bright, more pink and purple, some of those things, lime is another one. They're going to be on the lower end price wise, but reddish brown, dark turquoise, the more, especially the nougats, the medium nougat, your subtler shades of brown, they're going to be a little bit more pricey. So being that as it is, trying to make an entire mock of the Nautilus, like I've seen a lot of folks do it, and they've done it really, really well. But it's a long time dream. So yeah, I'd love to do it. I'd love to have the bottom half of the Nautilus just hovering above the underwater area, but I'd love to have the entire Nautilus submerged in there as well, just cruising along, and with interior space that's playable. But these are just talking about hopes and dreams with the Nautilus and whatnot. But here is we'll go on to another tack as soon as I take another sip. But I'm trying to get this done by the 19th because Brickanisa and I are, I believe it's tentatively scheduled to go on Tricky Breaks that Wednesday. So I'd like to have this done in a presentable state where I can show Flynn and be like, yeah, check it out, yo, this is going to be on Lego Ideas. But now I'm going to get to one of my favorite colors. I kind of want to see what everybody out there thinks, because I have a whole lot of medium lavender, and it's like my current favorite color. have you on top of the Squid. I could have you on top of the Squid. Maybe you could be part of the Nautilus crew and harpoon it. Yeah, that's the plan. Waiting for confirmation. Yeah, that's all cool. Like I think Flynn's just mostly going through you on this. So, and you know my schedule. I'm open. So, but yeah. So I have so much of this medium lavender here, and I need to find something good to make with it. Yeah, I picked up most of this stuff. See, this is what I was talking about with the colors. Like it's not a popular color for MOCs, so most of the stuff that you see right here is purchased for 2, 3, 4 cents each in a Bricklink store. All these parts. Yeah, you never spear a squid. All right, so I won't. I'll keep the harpoon out of your hands. I'll have you try and talk it down from the ledge. See if it'll just not let the Nautilus go. But yeah, these curve bits up here. These came from the Vibe City concert for Trolls, and there were so many in that set. And Trolls is a great series to get medium lavender. So I have all this. Now I just need to figure out what to do with it. I know I love the color. I know it goes great with a lot of things. But what to make with it? I mean, it doesn't look too bad against the brown. It does pretty good against other blues, you know. Works great against white. Works great against light gray and dark gray. I'll show you here. So what am I going to make with it? I don't know. What am I going to make with it? Give me some suggestions. Throw some stuff out there. Help a brother out, please. I've got so much of this. I got a little bit of light lavender, but just a little bit. I mean, first off, like the one thing I want to make, it seems like I have a lot of action to do, like some kind of a landscape in medium lavender, which would be great. This entire cup here. Oh, Aqua Mike. You are brilliant. A Thanos Bust. Background undersea castle. I thought about using this for underwater area too. They have nice medium lavender there, but I think what I've learned, because I've been trying to look at other people's, been trying to look at other folks' underwater builds to see how they've done it, because some folks have done it and done it well. Jang has an underwater area in his city. It looks phenomenal. Someone on Tricky Bricks a couple challenges ago, I think, did an underwater scene, or maybe it's one I saw on Instagram that somebody that's a member of the Lug did. Member of the Lug. Thanos Bust without the helmet, unless I want to add the gold. I do have gold, but if I did do a Thanos Bust, it would be based on the comic Thanos. So the chin would be extra craggly, and like the eyes would be black with like, and they would just kind of reflect. And that is a dang fine idea, Aqua Mike. I might be able to do that. No, I mean, I could definitely do that with the pieces I have. But, oh man, what an undertaking that would be. Oh, that's brilliant. That is just... Right. So, that does sound pretty freaking awesome. So if I do end up doing that, Aqua Mike, I'm going to give you idea credit on that. So yeah. I mean it. Yeah, because this is perfect. This is the perfect color for him. I believe Brickanista, the new mech that you were working on for Thanos, also has a female version of Galactus. If such a thing existed, I certainly would. But Galactus, unfortunately, is a lonely dude out there floating in the cosmos. But yeah, anyway, if you check the Thanos minifig that came with the Thanos mech, the head on that should be medium lavender. I do believe, because I think I noticed that when I went back and I watched your park build on that. give you a tutorial on the Nautilus, I for sure will. Like once I get this done and up and submitted to Lego Ideas, like I'm not even gonna lie. I am horrible at self-promotion. It is not an instinct I possess. I don't know how to do it correctly. And in that light, I would like to apologize to Brickanista right now because I told her I was going to do the 9-brick city and I was going to mention the rebrick this, but I totally blanked and forgot to mention the rebrick this. Like, so I have no instinct for self-promotion. I don't know. I don't know. It's nothing that ever came to me. Nothing that ever was natural for me. It's like, so it's always like pulling teeth. But with this, it'd be about promoting the thing, and I love this thing very much, and I want people to also have it and love it. So it seems like it'd be easier for me to do that. He got me on the promotion part. Thanks, Brickanista. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and I'm getting old too. But like, no, when I was younger and I was an art student, one of the things that I was just never able to do is speak about my work in an accessible way back then. So, I mean, it's something, of course, I've gotten better on now because, like, I'm not talking about abstract paintings that are just kind of whole cloth made out of nothing. You know, this stuff is relatable. It's got something to anchor it to, right? With the ship, the puns, things like that. Yeah. But yeah, so this. I mean, technically, this is under wraps right now, except for anybody who's tuning into the stream, because, like, I don't care if y'all know. Like, you're gonna see it soon enough anyway, and like it's all I have on my table. But I'm not really gonna like put it on Instagram or anything like that until I get the thing to a serviceable. I'm feeling at the words today. To a point where it's presentable. There we go. That's better. I need to reframe my thinking on this. Yeah, I am learning. I am learning how. It's taken some time. It's taken a lot of effort. Normally, it's just something that I don't know. I don't really think of. I mean, it's not my first go-to thing. Like if I make something, it's not like I need to get this on IG or I need to make a video about this. It's I got that done. Now I'm going to stare at it for 2 hours because I think it's cool. I mean, that's kind of the way my mind works. And then I start playing video games and I forget about everything else. I'm just checking the chat here. Let's see. Aquamike and the Return of the Nautilus. Aquamike steps across the remains of the Nautilus and uses Atlantean magic of the trident to bring it back to life. That's dope, yo. That's dope, yo. Good times. All right, so thank you, Brickanista. Shoot, what am I doing now? All right, so we talked about the medium lavender. We've talked about the Nautilus. We're about an hour plus in, minus those 9 minutes of silence, you know, because I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened there. That's the first time I had an audio issue so far doing the streams. So yay, good times. Let's see what's going on here on this table. So another thing I've wanted to do for a while, because I'm a Marvel fan, and I'll bring this up a little bit more. It's a slightly better angle. So I love the Fantastic Four, and they've got this place that this building that they inhabit. Well, a couple of them. They got the Baxter Building, which is essentially where they work out, and that's their headquarters. And Reed Richards, being a multi-patent owning super genius, he could afford the place. But after that place goes down, the place that they build is, I think it's called the Four Freedoms Plaza, but at the top of it has a big 4. And the 4 is such, and Jesse's Brick Galaxy did one of these in blue, which looks amazing. So it's got, the top of it is like, it looks like the number 4 from every single angle that you approach, because it's all sloped and each 4 goes into the next one. So I'm trying to accumulate white 45-degree slopes to make this. So that's something I'm also working on right now too. See, this is why it's crazy in here, because I got so many projects going at once. I got no space to store everything. So I kind of have to try and see one thing through, or at least to the point where it's complete enough to where I can get it off the table and bring something else in. Otherwise, I got way too many tables. Pieces of the Nautilus and coral for an artificial reef. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Yeah. Climbing to 1K. Ugh. I mean, honestly, like I started out with like 2 subscribers, right? So anything more than that is like a bonus to me, because like essentially I started doing Lego videos and stuff to like, so I didn't have to keep texting somebody pictures of what I was working on at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna start a channel, and then you can see like all the stuff on there, and then like it'll be on there so you can check it out. And then 2 was like, hey, you're doing that? I'm gonna watch it. So subscriber 1 and subscriber 2. And then, yeah, it just kind of grew, yo. So I appreciate everybody checking this stuff out. I'm so glad that y'all spend time with me and watch like all my crappy little videos that I do. I mean, because I mean, not every idea that comes out of my head is going to be Galactus for sure. But I appreciate you tagging on for the journey. So yeah, I don't need like thousands and thousands of subscribers. I don't need to be in the land. I mean, it'd be nice to have those things, but I'm just cool like talking about the stuff I love and sharing that joy with y'all. So that's where I'm coming from on this. Yeah. Need a sous chef for sure. Well, my little sous chef is still napping currently. Debo needs 1K subs. Thanks, Aqua Mike. Power to the underwater peoples. Yeah, so Nora's knocked out. Generally around 1 o'clock sometimes she gets her dander up, wants some treats, and then goes lay back down again. But the way she's got this little nook that she's in now set up, like you can see her. Yeah. Like there's a blanket in a little cat bed, and she takes up just that little spot in the front. So like she is totally in a little key donut curl like all the time in there, and she's so comfortable. She doesn't ever want to leave it. But yeah, what the 1,000 subs for everybody? Why not? Right? You get 1,000 subs, and you get 1,000 subs, and you get 1,000 subs. Now you're gonna need a lot of napkins with 1,000 subs, because I mean that's a lot of food. So I got to talk to my paper people. All right, so I should probably build something today, right? Instead of just randomly talking about all the projects that are over and around, and setting this up to that, and to get back like on the projects thing, and like missing the Logan challenge. I did a submission for the Logan challenge, but I did it extremely last minute because I was going to make a mosaic on a 48 by 48. And it was going to be like a Walk of Fame star. So it'd be like a pink star with Logan's name and a little icon in the center with Logan on it. And I was going to do this in real life, but I didn't have the time to clean off one of my 48 by 48s. And so I decided to do it in the studio, and I'm glad I did, because like the end result was so horrible. I would have felt like I wasted so much time trying to build it in real life, because it was a fail. It was a fail. So I ended up not submitting it, which is for the best, because like everybody who did something for the Logan stream did fantastic. Brickanista's corgi Logan, it's awesome and adorable, and I want one, right? Monica's build was awesome. Everybody's build was awesome. Like Rob Zaccardi's, like all the different takes on Logan were just amazing to see. And I was sad that I didn't get in there and get on it. And I'm also sad that I wasn't able to like chat simultaneously with the thing because of the whole interview deal. But how do you build the frame for the new build challenge? Okay. Let's see. Because it's an 8x8 base, one side being 8 long, one side being 9 long, and that goes up to like 4 bricks or something like that. All right, so I got a plate here that is 8 by 8, but it's rounded. The minifig habitat. I think that's what Aqua Mike's talking about. So let's see how far I can get with some medium lavender here, because it's accessible, it's available. So, and yeah, Brickanista was talking about this on her stream. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. A little bit late. My Mother's Day was extremely busy. It left me in quite a state last night, so I kind of went to bed early. Let's just say, don't try and eat a hamburger after 11 p.m. Just don't. I don't care what kind of hunger you're experiencing. Get a yogurt. If you have to eat something that late, don't hurt yourself. So yeah, that was painful. All right, so it goes up a light. 3 or 4. All right. So 3. But I'll tell you what, there are a flood of people doing this right now. Between the Brick Fan builds and the Tricky Bricks crew, knocking these out on the daily. Like, y'all are troopers, and hats off to every one of you. Somebody else did the same idea. Well, do the same idea as somebody else. Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm not so anxious to participate in it, because you can only guess how many Disney figures and Disney environments are going to be replicated over and over and over again. So is this right? Brick needs to let me know. I'm 4 high here with 9 on this side, and then I believe it's 8 on this side. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, I've never really done these habitats. Not happy about it. Yeah, that's kind of a you know, it goes with Lego territory. Like, it goes back to, I get, what is that thing where it's like, if you have like a million monkeys typing on typewriters, some of them will type up some Shakespeare or something like that. So like, if you have hundreds of AFOLs all working under the same umbrella theme of Disney, you're gonna have some duplicates. Then shift the stud on the 5th layer. Right. So it's got that overlap. Okay. He says as he hastily backtracks. Right. And I'm just kind of doing this because I got mostly slopes here, so just kind of doing this a little bit. And see if I can get that there. Something very obscure. Yeah, I was totally gonna do like Nemo sitting at the organ for my habitat, but I just don't know. Like, there are so many going on right now that I kind of just want to step back and check out what everybody else does. Plus, I mean, I just ended my Disney Plus subscriptions. Falcon Winter Soldier is done. I'll resubscribe when they get another season of Mando up there, and then I'll catch up on everything else. And, I mean, that's the way I'm going to do it. So yeah, I'm just kind of roughing this in by doing a lot of slopes facing the outside. All right, and then after it offsets, how do we go up? 3 or 4? Avengers theme MOCK, yeah. I mean, I could do, like, I have so many now that Disney is such an umbrella thing. I could do probably a Disney theme minifig habitat, 1 per day for the rest of the year with all the minifigs I got. So something like that, right? I mean, I got some gaps down here in the bottom. But. And I mean, if you want to talk about, because Flynn was working on was it Ursula mock for this, and if you want to talk Ursula, this is her color right here. Yeah, absolutely no Disney figs except for Avengers and Star Wars. Well, unfortunately, I got quite a few of the Disney CMFs. Unfortunately or fortunately, I've got quite a few, and like most of them are pretty cool. So I think that's kind of how it goes, and then like they stack or something like, I don't know. I have the specifics that I can check to see how to do it, but I think that's kind of the general idea, right? And then you make another one, and then it kind of hooks over onto the one next to it. I think what I've got right now, Aquamike, I've got 4 layers on the bottom, and then it offsets by 1, and then I got 4 layers above that. So I'm hoping that's how it works out. We'll see. Otters, seals from Finding Dory. Yeah, you could do that. You could totally do that. You could do. I don't know. There's so much you could do. Like nobody's gonna do the Aristocats. I can tell you that nobody's gonna do Aristocats. Somebody made. Speaking of old school Disney stuff, somebody made a really amazing Merlin the Magician figure from Sword in the Stone recently. Also plates on top. So is it like a 1 row of plates across the top there? I know I got plates in here. There they are. Let's see what other old ones are there. What's that? Was Milo and Otis a Disney movie? Because you could do that. Yeah, that Merlin was. Oh, that thing was spot on. And I think that's the only thing I had my Disney Plus queue that I didn't watch, mostly because I'd seen it so many times as a kid. All right, so I got 1 more layer of plates on top there. 1 layer of plates on top. So is that correct for the format? I mean, I'm gonna check it later because I mean maybe I'll do something, but like I say, I don't know for certain. But that looks about right for what the minifig habitat base standard is. Yeah, like people should be doing like mashups with these little environments anyway. Like throw Deadpool in with Daffy Duck. Throw Mickey Mouse on the Millennium Falcon. You know, just go crazy with this stuff for these Disney minifig habitats. Says the guy who's not planning on doing one. So yeah, listen to me. Tiles on the top. So is it plates and then a layer of tiles, or is it just tiles instead of these plates? Yeah, because it would have to be tiles on the top if it's stacked. That does make sense. So yeah, we'll probably have to put tiles on top. Just trying to get just a standard of it. So I have it sitting in the background, so like it'll occupy my mind until I can maybe either come up with something or just feel totally bad about not submitting anything. So yeah. A 1x1 stud on the left and right corners. Okay, I see where you got it. Yeah. Do I have any tiles? Tiles. I do have tiles, not many tiles in there. Tiles are always going to be mostly cost prohibitive. Here, I got some tiles here. This is kind of my catch-all right now because it's a TV tray that's got that little indentation, so like things aren't going to roll off here. So this is my catch-all for random parts, things that need to be sorted, half-started and abandoned projects. Allows for stacking. All right, so are we talking like that and then like a stud there? I mean, I probably have to get more of these together so I can, or would that stud be raised up 1? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept to me, the minifig habitat. But behind me, I have like a minifig habitat. Like that's what I do is big scale minifig habitats, I guess, if you want to put it like that. Yeah. All right, so I guess we're gonna go studs. Okay, so something like that, kind of. So you got the extra studs sticking up, so that like this little bit under here and under here. Well, I guess it's not supposed to be over there. I'll figure it out. I'll go later and check it out. Maybe I'll end up doing a thing. I don't know. Like I say, like it seems like it's flooded with folks working it right now. Yeah, it's totally not a new idea. Yeah, you were talking about it the other night. How was it some Indonesian cat originally came up with it, and then it kind of migrated to Australia, and then made it over to UK, and like yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, Kaz Mockett's been totally knocking it out of the park with them in her monochromes. Now she's been using monochrome heads too for the minifigs, so I don't know if like she's rendering these using Studio or if like they're, but it seems like she's doing 360s for them. So she just might have those head bits. And well, Aquamike, what happens is when I get an idea, like somebody throws something at me like that, like Thanos head, what happens is it kind of sticks. Okay, it sticks, and then it grows, right? So with my Wayne Manor over here, somebody mentioned to me about why don't you have your water fountain out front lit? And I was like, well, here's why I don't have it lit, because I'm using base plates up top, and then the cords wouldn't go through the base plates because I'm not going to do that. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to get the 16 by 16 plates, go across the top, and then while I'm saying how I can't do it and why I can't do it, my mind is saying, okay, this is how you're going to do it, right? So that's what happens. Like those kernels of ideas get stuck in my mind, and then they ruminate for a little bit, and then they emerge semi full formed at one point. You probably can't even see the lights here. Yeah, you can't see the lights too much on the fountain, but they're up there. So yeah, that stuff just goes in and it sticks, and next thing you know, I'm working on a project based on it. So yeah, there is probably a 75% chance that I'm going to start working on Thanos Bust once I get this ideas thing out of the way. Because I want to get going on the ideas thing. Like summer's coming up, a lot of folks ain't going to have school. People are going to be checking out more randomness online. So yeah, timing is going to be everything on this, and the time is now. Yeah, ask Richard Jones in Australia. He's probably got the skinny on that. Yeah, but yeah. So I've seen the minifig habitats. I've seen folks do them. I enjoy them. I like them a lot. They seem pretty easy to get a hold of and start making your own. I just don't have time, and I really don't have the space, because if I start doing those, I'm going to want to make more than one. And I got no place to put it. I've got as you can see, I got my Let's Go Camping mock back over here that I'm still probably going to rework a little bit. And I got about a half hour still to go here. So we're not going to work on the camping mock or anything like that. I just happened to mention it because I saw it behind me, and I just want to point it out, because that is like the one spot of space I have left for a modular, which is probably going to be the bookstore, if I'm being honest. And then something that I'm probably going to end up doing live over time is working on this little subway space down here, because once I get everything cleared out, once I get this off my table, I can start pulling those things on my table to have open space to start working in there. And then once that's going, I'm going to be able to, yeah, check out my classy camera moves here. There, let's see. So you see, this is all kind of disjointed over here, the little lagoon area. So what's going to have to happen is the dimension and everything is going to end up shifting over, because that little space over there in the corner is space enough to get one more base plate in. So I'm going to need to make a table for that. And once I do that, then I can shift that water over. Once I do that, I can shift Wayne Manor over by one base plate. And then that's going to create a space back over here next to the gray building. Hopefully that will allow for a daily planet, or daily planet. There I go again. A daily bugle. So we'll see. Hey, Cowboy Cornado in the house. Cowboy Kenobi up in this mug. What's going on here? Yeah, so I'm just doing some very amateurish camera moves right now. I've been talking about everything under the sun today. I haven't really built anything except for this kind of ham-handed attempt at a minifig habitat space. So yeah, we've been talking about minifig habitats. We've been talking about the Nautilus. Yeah, you haven't seen Nautilus. So I'm working on a Nautilus mock, and it's huge. And yeah, there are parts missing when I'm going to show you this, but yeah. So it's going to be big, going through the water. It's only going to be at the top of the thing, so it's going to be more of a play set, so that you can move figures around. I wanted to have like 4 or 5 figures to come with it, because you're going to need Ned Land, you're going to need Conseil, you're going to need the Professor Aronnax, definitely Nemo, and then I want to have like Nemo's first mate, who is like the burly guy with the gray hair, who's always wearing like a turtleneck. You know that cat. So yeah, it's going to be those cats. Yes. Oh, Doc Ock, like this yellow building back here. That's where all my Spider-Man folks are housed. Like they take up 3 or 4 floors in there. So it's like Unikitty's got the penthouse section. Spidey villains have the lower area in there. But yeah, there was at one point I had a huge battle going on up and down on the side of the building, because that's made so that you can attach figures aiding it every which way. So like Craven and Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, 2 different Carnage. Carnage? Is that the plural? Carnages? So 2 different Cletus Cassidys. Okay, we'll go with that. So yeah, Venom, Scorpion's up there. I had Scarlet Spider out there. Spider-Gwen is out there. Shocker. So yeah, just everybody that you can think of, and of course Doc Ock. Doc Ock was like climbing up the side of the building. So yeah, that's so many sets are dropping on June 1st too. Yes, that is a great thing. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, June 1st we have a lot of whole new sets coming. I have one pre-ordered, and that's the Dumbledore's Fox the Phoenix, because I'm going to get it not because I want it. Well, Fox is cool. Don't get me wrong, I love Fox, but I'm going to be making a different Phoenix. I'm going to be making Osamu Tezuka's Phoenix. So I'll be getting that, and I'll be doing some color swapping and some changing of a whole lot of things, because I've always wanted to do a Phoenix build, and now this is a great starter set to do that for him. So yeah, there's that. Also, I wanted to mention, because it's been out of stock for everybody forever, both of these things have. Lego Botanicals, the flower bouquet, and the bonsai tree. As of the last time I checked Lego.com, they are available for back order. So back order. I've had my bonsai tree back ordered for a couple weeks now. It's arriving tomorrow. So yes, get your orders in. It's probably 4 to 6 weeks for them to get back orders back in stock or less. But yeah, go there now. Pop your money down. Let them know that you want it. Get your name on the list technically to get one, but yeah, they're taking back orders for both of those 2 now. So get there, get that, do that, be that person. Like I say, my bonsai tree is arriving tomorrow, and I was gonna say I couldn't be happier. I could be happier, but I'm gonna be pretty content at the end of the whole thing. So there's that. But yes, get those if you want, because I know everybody's been looking, everybody's been out of stock, everybody's been waiting and wanting like their own little botanical things. I kind of want to get the bonsai tree because I want to see what kind of potentiality it has to be like a minifig scale tree, right? Which should be pretty easy to pull off. Bonsai available, bouquet back order. Yeah, definitely, Corneo. So yeah, everybody rush there right now. Open another tab on your browser if that's what you're doing. Get it in there. I mean, I know it's not double VIP points, although I did back order mine on double VIP points. So when I checked the thing after it shipped, I was like, how do I have that many points? That's great. Now I just need them to put out that probe again, and so I can get down to that. Hooded One, what's going on, yo? In the house. So we're talking about everything today. We're going in all kinds of different directions, not really landing and building much. Talking about minifig habitats a little bit, and Brickanista knows the history pretty well on that, so she's been laying down the science in the chat. Talked about the Lara's Family Homestead Tatooine set that I will never be putting together because I can't open this box in good conscience. But it is great. It is phenomenal. It is just a wonderful build. Like that land speeder there, that's inspired, right? That is the perfect little sandcrawler. So I'm probably never going to pop open this box because what am I going to do? Put it on a shelf and stare at it? Well, I can stare at the picture on a shelf if I really wanted to and keep the value of this thing intact because it's pretty. It's pretty. But like I was saying earlier with my indoor one, it just kind of sits around, collects dust, and you kind of have to keep shifting it out of the way of everything else. So these small builds are wonderful. I just wish I had a place to put them. All right. So I'm going back over that and through that and around again one day. The next AFOL day. See, I need to get down with this stuff. I need to get in a lug so I can, get late AFOL days and the rumored mysterious lug bulk, which is kind of like Fight Club. It's like the first root of lug bulk is you don't talk about lug bulk, but you get it. So maybe someday. And well, you know what? 25 minutes. Let's see if I can do a rebrick. So I can at least say I got something built today, besides a failed minifig habitat. But not as big of a failure as my Logan build, which thankfully never saw the light of day. And again, everybody who did Logan stuff was just phenomenal. And Cornado, yours was great too. All right, Aqua Mike, thanks for stopping by, yo. We will see you again. Keep the seas safe. Go tell those sharks to behave themselves because your first lug bulk is costing you $200. Dang, I can only imagine the size of that. Oh, I can only imagine the size of that bulk. I think the only time I've ever had like a $200 order of elements was Squid Nemo there a little bit further. Was when I got all the under supports for raising up my city. Because mostly 1x14 Technic bricks and those supports, right? Which, I mean, it was a couple cents cheaper getting it through bricks and pieces than it was going through Bricklink. I mean, of course, but there's the time factor. But yeah, I dropped almost $200, I think, just putting that together. And I was like, wow, that's a real big outpour of resources. But I tell you what, worth it. Totally worth it. Every bit. All right. This here. Only 200. Yeah. You don't want the lug boat police coming and getting you. Have thought crimes. You don't need that. Yeah. So one of the most difficult things for me to figure out what to do with for this whole rebrick has been this little shield chest piece. So I mean, it's got the bar attachment. It's got studs right there with the open bar acceptable bits. Nothing on the inside. It sits flat, right? It sits flush. But I mean, it's overbalanced for one direction, so you can't really have it sitting too much without it wanting to tip. That being said, I think I might have just come up with the build. Stuff you probably never use because you don't really mock. Well, so use it for a mod. Use it for a total rebuild. I mean, I can only imagine the stuff that you ordered there, Joel. But I mean, I gotta say the mocks that you've done that I've seen have been phenomenal. And I mean, you've done some stuff that's technically mods, but I mean, I do a lot of mods too, and mostly because when I get a Lego set, it's almost good. I mean, it's almost to the point where I'm satisfied with it, but sometimes it just needs to be fleshed out. Like the Capital City set that they came out with was awesome. Like it's a great place to start because the hotel there was essentially just the front and the main lobby, and so I ended up modding. Technically, it's a mod because it still incorporates most of the original pieces. Modding the whole thing into a 4-story hotel that's behind me right now. But yeah, I started out doing mods. I started out modding my my Batmobile, like I've been talking about so many times. That was the first thing I modded, and then I just kind of got in the habit of that ever since. Like if I see a Lego set that doesn't satisfy me, I'm like, what can I do? Like, is this one that I can make into what I would like to see it as? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Yeah, sometimes sort of when you get to a point where you do a really awesome rebrick and you're just like, no, this is done. I'm stepping away from it. Like Mustache Sally. Mustache Sally got to the point where Mustache Sally was done, and it just like it still exists. Yes, your spaceship is deaf to die for. So if you want to keep it around, do that. Ah. All right, so I kind of got an idea. I'm gonna see if it works. And just because I was looking at this thing, I don't know, Joel. You made one of the best brick sketches I've ever seen. So, I mean, you can be modest, but you got skills. You got skills. All right. So what I see when I'm looking at this, I don't know why I see it, but I see the beginning of a forklift. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a forklift here. Yes, Mustache Sally will be the spokesperson for the It's Dopio campaign because it's Dopio. And if you don't know, now you know. Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah, this has messed me up before on a rebrick on this. I keep expecting there to be 2 of those round or those red clip plates, but there's only 1 here. All right. Have to get ready for a meeting. No problem, Joel. Engage lurk mode now. How am I going to get an articulated lift mechanism here? Something that's not going to be too fragile, because this thing wants to be fragile. And sometimes there's more friction in the ball joints than there is clutch in the bricks and plates. All right, let's see. So if I lock that down, that's at least that part's secured. And tires, wheels, brackets. What do we got for brackets? Brackets. Bracket. Ingot. Bracket. So many brackets, so many mixel joints in this set. There's a lot. All right, let's see here. Do that. Mirror that on the opposite side. Find a way to lock it down. It's because I'm tired of things popping off today. Ingots. And some slopage. Let's do a little slopage here. Ingots! Squirrel! Yes, ingots. Ingot is one of my favorite words to say. Or at least it's become one of my favorite words to say since putting together the Ninjago City Gardens. So that has so many ingots. So many colors. All right. I guess it's be more of a loader than a forklift. I guess you'd say. I'm gonna throw an no. I'm gonna throw this on the back of that. Yeah. Not for any good reason. See, this is still gonna pop off. All right. If I have a there's not. Of course, there's not. I was gonna say if there is a plate with a 1x2 plate with a single clip coming off the side, that would be ideal. I've got this. Oh wait, this does work. This does accept. Will it go? Yeah. Look at that. All right. So that clipped in there, and that reinforced. Oh, come on now. No, it didn't. It didn't. You can see the gaps where it's separating there. It doesn't quite work 100% flush. It's that little gap peeling up back there. Oy vey. But you know what? I'm going to eliminate that bottom part. And no headlight bricks, right? No headlight bricks. But I've got underslopes. That's not going to line up right. Criminally trigger. There's one you can do. Okay. There's a Disney habitat somebody can make. Robin Hood. Because they have the Fox minifigure. You might be able to figure out something with that. I don't know. All right, double articulated. Up there and then up there. Okay. Well, I mean, let's see if I can make this look anything like a thing. Oh, Brick Court. Let me tell you what. Brick Court came up again the other night, actually, in here, and Tiffany mentioned it because I was moving the Saturn V and the lunar lander into the kitchen because we have a nice display case. It's long and wide, just wide enough to fit the Saturn V on its side. And it's like a little light box in the kitchen. So I got the Saturn V in there. I got the lunar lander next to it. I got the Mealy in front. But as I was trying to put the lunar lander in there, it fell. Like the top part fell. So it hit the ground, scattered everywhere, and there's still two pieces missing. So yeah, Brick Court was brought up to see if I had been negligent or there was any foul play at hand. Still waiting for the black hole habitat. Yes, for real. Give me some Maximilian Schell representation in Lego, and I'm a happy dude. And if you don't know who Maximilian Schell is, 1961, I believe, Best Actor winner for Judgment at Nuremberg. Also in The Freshman with Matthew Broderick. Also in The Black Hole, he played the mad scientist dude, I believe. All right, let's see what I got here to work with yet. Invisible Man, yeah, you could do the Invisible Man. And I've already taken I've already taken all my longer, more squirrely mixel joints out of here, so not a whole lot of that to work with. I'm trying to make like a canopy type thingy dingy to go over the top. Red wheels on the back. No, that's lame. Okay. No, that's lame. Okay. We're going to do something a little bit out of the box then. I'm just going to go. maybe use those balls, because the back of a forklift or something like that, if you ever seen it, has really small tires, because those ones are essentially just for turning. The drive ones are going to be up front. If you've seen a forklift, yes. If you've ever been shopping at a large big box store, you may have seen it. Right. Just gonna get these out of my way. All right. Check it out there. Okay. Yeah, I'm holding it up to the screen so y'all can see it, and also so I can get a good angle on it. Let's see what the freak I'm doing here. We got these. We got two of these. What do I got left for plates? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white 1x1s. Tiago's YouTube channel. Right there. Let's see. No, I think that's going to be a little bit low. What can I do? What kind of plates do I still have available to me? Not a lot of plates here, but that's the challenge, right? That's what makes it so fun. And I just had in my brain a way I was going to do a thing, and then I started talking. Try these slopes here. Man, I wish I had a lot more bulk in there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure once he gets it figured out, Brickanista, he's gonna let you know right away, because you're a mod for him. So. All right. Clips. I got the glove clip. Don't have any bars to connect the glove clips. And this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me what I'm making right now. That. Shucks howdy. Let's try this one plate lower. 10 minutes remaining. Hey, well, probably more like 14. The clock I'm using over here is it's fast. It's fast. And another ingot on top of here, just because ingot. Ingot down here, just because ingot. So yeah, I mean, this kind of looks like a seat, and somebody's moving some levers back here, and this thing is raising mooring. I'll tell you what, though, when this thing swings around the corner, they're really going to feel that swing. Ingot. Too high. Is that too high? Too high. No, coming down. Ding, 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 ding. All right, you know I've been doing this too long when I started randomly singing Stevie Wonder. All right, so Must be getting close. It's starting to explode. You know, I'm hearing myself now, and I'm just gonna stop saying that. Just gonna stop. It's a crazy thing. It's tambourine. Cause it's too high, too high. And if you haven't noticed, and if you've watched Arrested Development, you'll notice I kind of have a Tobias Funke thing where I should really watch what I say before I say it, because things come out sounding wrong all the time. And those, yeah, these clips are here for absolutely no reason. Yeah, Twitch, you can make me sing. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't need to make me sing. I'm going to bust out into song whether you like it or not. And it's not going to be good, but you're here, so there it is. I was going to start off by singing something from Hedwig today, but I guess this kind of works. I've seen people use clips a little sideways-ish. What do you think? Do we have a brick court ruling on the clip attachment point there? Is it too far to the side? Is it not 100% stable? Let me know in the chat, as the people say, who are more skilled at this whole streaming thing than I. Blast. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of looking like a thing. Oh, I've got Hedwig over here. I need to switch out her face because I figured out what face I want to use for the Hedwig that would make it just so perfect, and that's the Candy Mermaid face. But I believe the Candy Mermaid is in a building right behind me somewhere. So the clip connection is legit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll with it. Let's see. Honestly, this thing's a bit front heavy. I'm gonna have to shorten the wheelbase, or at least maybe not the wheelbase, but a little bit up in the hill. But for some reason, the entire thing just pops right out. So, all right. So backtrack a bit. That off there. Things like to fall off when we backtrack because that's how it goes. All right. Man, I got this locked in good. It never happens. Okay, shorten that wheelbase. That. You know what? I can actually make this even more stable now. Here. Gonna do it. Using that. Invert. You know what? Oh my god. Let's just eliminate that, put this right here. And then you ain't got to worry about that. Plus A and B work on the same. Okay, now much shorter wheelbase. Oh, plates. We're gonna do a little EL fudge on this mug. Get that in there. That there. Yes. Trying to keep it all together without it falling apart. Okay. I think I have something to show. I think it looks halfway decentish. Oh, the bucket's way low. The bucket's way low. All right, I'm going to have to raise a bucket. Because I'm calling it a bucket now. So we could do... Man, freeing up so many pieces here. If I can do this, I can get this in 5 minutes, yo. I am on this case. I'm totally on the case on this. Right, so nothing there, but I don't want to have... I'm so excited right now for no apparent reason. Okay, that's going to go back. 1. Oh my goodness. Let me get you there. And I'll tell you what. No, that's not going to go. There. This here. Seat here. Brick Court is watching. Yeah. Yeah, I'm under jurisdiction of Brick Court right now. I'm under the auspices of the higher offices. All right. That's got to go forward. That's got to go forward. Brick Court is now in session. The Honorable Nora Jean presiding. You may be seated. First up on the docket today, Lego versus the forklift. Forklift, how do you plead? Legal or illegal? I plead legal, Your Honor. All right. Present your evidence. Okay. All right. All right. My goodness. I don't know if I'm just hungry or excited. But I got butterflies. Two. Yeah, I'm going up one more. Taking it to the top. We're breaking things and we're not apologizing. Oh no. Not this bowl. Not this china shop. Let's see. Get these handles there for the up and down, the seat there. This little fork, which also articulates like that. So it leaves it up, raises it up. We got wheels and the suggestion of some small turning wheels in the back. Okay, so Brick Court, I leave this up to you. Does this look all right? Does this look good? Does this look passable? Is this a thing? I mean, it's probably gonna be minorly tweaked just a wee bit, especially like right now as I'm saying that aloud. Yeah, do that. Do I have another plate? Do I have another plate? I don't have another plate. Yeah, kind of raises in front and blocks off that pinhole in that brick so the light doesn't shine through too much and get too distracting. Yeah, I mean, this, yeah, Judge Sally. Oh, the Honorable Judge Sally presiding. I'm trying to see if I got anything that I can extend out from underneath that to make it, yes. And do I have any more brackets? I shouldn't. I think I do. And this is not the. I mean, this connection is connection is stable, but there's a lot of space underneath it where if I press down on top of this, it can come apart. But I could sure use 2 more cheese wedges right now. I'll tell you what. And I don't have them. I don't have them. No more cheese wedgies. Oh well. But yeah, there we go. We're going to call it a thing. We're going to call this a forklift. Or a just minor loader of some sort. Yeah. All right, so it turns out I did get another rebrick in there. I didn't think I was going to be able to get another one in before the coming weekend. So yeah, rebrick this is going to be Sunday, coming up on Brickanista's channel on the 16th, and it's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. My time, which is Eastern. We're going to yeah. So yeah, thanks, Zach. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at everybody's stuff and seeing what they did and like extolling the virtues thereof, because like it's dopio. And there are a number of scorpions. There are a number of there's actually, I think, a couple elephants. There's at least one elephant. I know there's at least one elephant. So yeah, scorpions. They're out there. Turtles. Yeah, turtles. There's a lot of fish in the sea, but there are also a lot of turtles. Yeah, nobody's done a fish yet. No, I don't know if this set exactly lends it well to fish, but I'm sure you can figure out something fishy. But yeah, so this is kind of I might tweak it a little bit, see if I can improve the colors and distribution of things a little bit on this before I take a picture and put it on Instagram. But yeah, so a little forklift. I'm yeah, Enterprises. Enterprise is another thing, because the saucer, this is a total saucer, and of course I didn't see it right away until people started posting it. But like if I would have had it gray on the other side, of course I would instantly. But when I see the Captain America shield, I'm just like, yeah, get that thing away from me. I mean, because don't get me wrong, I'm a patriot, but sometimes it can be a bit much. And that's one of the reasons why I was never a huge Captain America fan, because I'm just like, enough already with the flag waving. But I mean, the Captain America movies were fantastic, so they weren't Fantastic Four, but they had the Human Torch in them. So yeah, the shield. It's almost like a Jasper Johns thing now. Shield inside a shield inside a shield inside a shield. All right, so yeah, there we go. That's my rebrick this. Hashtag rebrick this on Instagram. That's how I'm going to post this up. So yeah, Briganese and I are doing these right now. And there's a lot of people have got this set because it's a $10 set. It's easy, it's cheap to get. It's widely available. We're also going to be announcing the upcoming set for June, because it's gonna. I think what we're gonna end up doing. The first Frisbee golf player. I think what we're gonna end up doing is kind of basing we're gonna say it's for that month, but when we say that, it's going to be the month that we have the slideshow, the review. So it's going to be for the June build. And yes, I've already picked the set for next month. I've had some suggestions for some folks, and I've taken some input here and there, but I think what we ultimately chose is awesome. I think it is appropriately timed as far as what the new set is going to be. So yes, tune in to Brickanista's show on Sunday. We're going to be looking at everybody's stuff, and we're going to be announcing the new set. I'm hoping to procure one in the meantime. But yeah, it's going to be an affordable one, so don't worry about that. It's going to be good for everybody's pocketbook. Plus the pieces that are going to come in it, amazing. I'm trying to tell you about the set without telling you what the set is. So yes, and I apologize for all the hand gestures like this. It's something I inherited from my dad, and it's gone through kind of a James Cagney filter. So my dad, whenever he'd talk, he'd always kind of talk like this, right? Like this was his general hand gesture for things. So he'd always kind of do a thing off like that. Whereas James Cagney, if you watch his old movies, like he's very in it with the hands. Like his wife told him to cool it with the hands one time because he had too much hand movement in one of his films. So yeah, no more hints. Well, Okay, I can give you a hint. Think of what June is to many people. What it represents. What is kind of a national month of. Or actually kind of worldwide month. And think of that. And think what Lego set could be set in that direction. So yeah. Um, go ahead and reach out with the idea. I'm gonna maybe I might let them know early. I am gonna have to drop them an email with some instructions before too long, or some kind of instructions. But yeah, so all right. Well, thank you everybody. We're over time now, but like I had that 9 minutes at the beginning that I'm gonna have to like private the video because it's embarrassing. It's just me talking, thinking I'm being heard, and Matthew in the chat being like, "Still can't hear you. Still can't hear you, Debo." So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back fix that. Like put it on the Knicks because nobody's gonna want to watch me pantomiming for like 9 minutes. Yeah, 9 minutes. All right. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, checking things out, and hanging out with me for a little bit, talking mad crazy Lego stuff, listening to my incoherent at times rambling because it just goes right, especially once you get on a roll, and then like your syntax fails you and proper grammar is just out the window and things like that. So yeah, thanks for sticking around with that. Next week, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Hopefully, the novelist is gonna be finished up and mostly done. Because the bricks from this one cat are arriving tomorrow. So I got a number of plates and slopes still coming in to work on this with. So I want to get it whipped into shape definitely by next Monday. And hopefully over the weekend have it submitted to Lego Ideas so that then by the time I go on Tricky Bricks and we talk about the rebrick this, and then I could probably show this too and be like, hey, yeah, just so you know, this is now on Lego Ideas. Thank you, Tricky Lug, for showing love for it. So yeah. But yeah, it's still a good stream. Just put it in the description. Word. But yeah, I'm gonna start tweaking things like that, and then hopefully next week I won't have to have this little patch on my eye because that little bee sting looking thing. I'm not gonna say what it is. It will be gone because right now I look like Matthew Broderick in Election or something like that. So anyway, yeah, take care, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. More craziness to come. I'm gonna try and work on some more videos like of the normal nature to put on and stuff so people can look at it. And if you like the stream, like the stream. If you don't like the stream, let me know why. Just tell me what I can fix. And I will do my absolute best to do that. But yeah, thanks so much. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. And I don't think I have any other sets coming in, so we're gonna be working on more mocks, more streams. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Hooded One. Once I get like a streaming platform set up, once I get like a microphone set up, something that's reliable, I would like to do like maybe a day or two extra. But honestly, I kind of run out of things to talk about after a while. Even though it seems like I've got things to talk about, I don't really. But we'll see if I can do some building or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Everybody who's coming in today. And yeah, we're going to see what kind of craziness I can get up to this week. And next week, we're going to talk about the new Rebrick This because that'll have just been announced the day before. And we're going to do a Rebrick live because we just did one and they're fun. Yeah. All right. Enough of the rambling. I'm done. Everybody go get food and drink and dehydrate if you need to. All right. Peace out. Bye.